Speak Out is a group of young people who come together to help Reach Out plan their services and have their say.
We have been helping Reach Out design their new service to support young people with emotional and mental health issues. To help, we have shared our experiences and described what has worked for us in the past and what hasn't helped.
This short film shares some of our stories and all of our experiences and explains how we think services should be designed for young people in the future.
So far, 15 young people have been involved in the group. Also included is our artwork that describes how we feel.
I'd been self-harming and split my arms quite badly. I had 9 stitches in one of them and the rest were glued up. It was really bad and I was hospitalised for 2 weeks. I then went into care. When I got out of hospital it took a while, but I went for 2 initial assessments and I had to talk to a different person each time. Then a year later I got offered some counselling, but by then there was no point doing it. It was over a year since.
I've always hated going to school. I have done since I went to first school. In year 5 it got so bad I stopped going completely. I'm in year 10 now, but I've spent most of my time out of school, although now I'm back in school. I was just getting angry and I stopped being able to go to school. My mum wanted me to get help, but it took about a year to get an appointment with the CAM service. Finally I saw someone, but I really didn't like it. The room was all grey and filled with filing cabinets. The person was cold, like a robot, so I couldn't talk to them. The appointments ran out, but I don't think they helped, and I never really wanted to go and see any of them. My mum then got help from a counsellor. She is the nicest person I've ever met, so warm, friendly and outgoing. I also saw a youth worker I could talk to. It helped because we met in a casual environment. He won't just sit and ask the same questions. We could chat about pretty much everything. It's important to talk because you can't keep everything inside, because otherwise you can't get over your problems.
I've been with CAM since I was 11. I've had 5 therapists and 1 psychologist. 3 of my therapists left. In October 2013, I was hospitalised for 12 weeks. In those 12 weeks, they spent the whole time promising they'd move me out of my house, and when they couldn't, they discharged me, saying there was nothing they could do for me. I still feel the same after I was discharged, and it took them 2 months to give me another appointment. After that, I got referred back to the doctors, and I told them straight up I was going to kill myself. His reply was, "What do you want me to do about it?"
As soon as they put a label on you, they no longer see any other part of you, but there is more to your personality.
Although there was lots of people around, there was no one to talk to.
They should stick to their confidentiality rules. They spoke to my aunt and had weekly conversations with my school.
Even though I don't like CAMs, I think talking about my problems, how it got to be that bad and how it happened, made me realise how it happened, why it happened, and how I can prevent it from happening again.
Mental health is very stigmatised, and I didn't want to end up with a label like that.
And that was really good because I got the chance to build up the trust with her, and she didn't make me feel like I had to say anything I didn't want to. And then when I was ready, we spoke about things, but even then it was sort of more in a friendly matter than her taking things seriously. Well, she did take things seriously, but more than the serious man, it was more friendly. And I felt she listened to what I said.
Sometimes if you focus on one problem, others can get bigger without you realising it.
So I didn't feel like I was involved with my decision making.
Make the rooms more suitable for older children and teenagers, and try to decrease the amount of toys and dolls' houses that are in the rooms.
They leave you in your end. They should at least prepare for you for going.
Let down. I gave up with everything. There was no point listening to anyone anymore because they didn't bother to help. Everyone just left.
I waited over a whole year. You need help when stuff is bad, not wait forever until it's impossible.
Someone around if I need to talk to them, someone I can trust.
Easy to talk to in less formal situations and not so overwhelming.
Be open to where you go and meet them.
Flexibility as your needs and situation changes.
Take you out to do activities so it's not so formal and hard to talk.
They need to try different things, not the same old questions. Focus on what matters to you to change, not what matters to them.
Be involved in the decisions made about us.
Treat us like individuals.
Let us lead the meetings.
Health professionals should be friendly and get to know you and not just stick to their scripts.
Time to build a relationship so you can trust them.
No pressure to open up straight away. Patience is important.
Be more sensitive and realise that your life story is not that simple.
Not pushing us for information.
Longer meeting times so there's not the rush.
Gradually bring sessions to an end rather than suddenly ending them.
To only test and diagnose you when they have gotten to know you.
Better communication between all support workers and professionals involved in your life.
Regular reviews of progress and problems.
Smoother and supported transition into adult services.
Wider choice of therapies and treatments.
Not writing notes continuously throughout the meeting whilst we are speaking.
Shorter waiting time for first appointment.
Nicer rooms that are less depressing.
To be able to see the same worker and not have them leave you without no notice.
I'd like them to listen to me and take me seriously.
They need to be more open-minded.
Non-patronising workers who don't treat you like a child.
Not to be judged by them